Hi there, it's Nick back again. Great and glorious, soon to be famous one day, Nick Dutch, as I used to say, and sometimes still do. I'm doing this video not as some kind of like emotional or emo reaction. I'm doing this particular video in response to a title of a video. Why am I doing that? Because people often want to watch a video because of the title and because of things which are assumed to be contained within the video as a reaction to the title. In this particular case, I've not actually watched the video in question, and nor do I think that I would need to if what I'm doing is just focusing in on the title of the video. And yes, I myself do include titles to videos which are designed to be attractive to people, to make them want to watch them. So I don't think I'm being hypocritical here because I'm not criticizing the title. I'm looking at what it says and I'm trying to think about it in real terms, the way that I see it today at this present point in time whilst I'm sitting here with the title of the video in front of me and the current thoughts I've got in my mind, which might not necessarily be what I will think tomorrow, let's say, but this is what I'm thinking at the moment. It's a statement, and the statement is, why do you believe your religion is true? Well, let's start from the top. Firstly, there's a presupposition there, and the presupposition is that a person who has a religion believes that it is true anyway. Secondly, there is a presupposition that the word true means in terms of fact as in natural science. Now, I would say that those two are misrepresentations from the top. The first one being that people who follow a religion are doing so for many reasons, one of which is the desire to try and mold their own character or to deal with some issues on the way. So a person who follows a religion is not necessarily someone who believes that it is fact, but they are using the ideas inherent within the religion as something which has a beneficial effect upon their nature and upon their character. Secondly, the word true in this particular case is incorrect and inappropriate, although there are literalists and superstitious thinkers in all faiths. And unfortunately, a lot of the dialogue about what religion is and what religiosity is about is often driven by and affected dramatically by those individuals who are aggressively promoting their literalism and their superstitious interpretation, which is of course dangerous and daft. But the word true, or truth in this particular case, is not talking about a natural science fact. It is talking about a variety of assumed truth, or a regime of truth to a certain degree. For those of you who've researched postmodernism or sociology and have heard of authors such as Foucault, would know what I'm talking about there. And for those of you who haven't, I strongly recommend you look up the term regime of truth, which might be out there on the internet, and try and work out what that means. Here on YouTube, everyone's got their own interpretation of what is the truth, for instance, and they're trying to promote that truth, such as some certain atheists on YouTube are trying to promote the fact that it is wrong to teach children religion because it's a story about the fact if you don't do as you're told, you'll burn in hell for all eternity, which is a very interesting presupposition, and it's a presupposition which has not been corroborated by my experience, having gone through basically Christian schooling. I did not experience or hear any of that, and so therefore that particular assumption is actually discredited through the hard personal experience that I've had through going through Christian schooling. So, yeah, that's out of the water. But that was a truth that he was trying to promote. Does he believe it to be the truth? Well, considering that that particular YouTube user was quite an intelligent, educated individual, I would have to say no. He was using that as part of his argumentation tactics to try and enforce a particular ideology. Alright, a particular form of truth. So when a person is talking about their religion being true, it's a suggestion that there is something within the religion which has meaning to them. It's not necessarily something, a kind of a statement to say this is a hard and fast fact, such as the moon in the sky is really the right eye of Odin, and the sun in the sky is really the left eye of Odin. That's bullshit. Because at a certain time in a person's religious development, they start looking at things intellectually, introspectively, and allegorically, rather than literally. And one would say that it's most likely that any anti-religious communication is based upon these individuals who are taking everything in a literalist manner, and that's something we got to remember as well.